What's up investors, and welcome back to another ReconAfrica update. If you don't already know about ReconAfrica, they're traded on the OTC under the ticker RECAF or RECO on the TSXV exchange. This is a company that I've been covering on this channel over the past few months, starting back to when this was traded at only $2. ReconAfrica recently hit as high as $11 but had a pullback to its current price just under $9 on Friday. To stay up to date in this company and other companies that I cover on the channel, check out the new TPG Investing Facebook group or follow me on Twitter at TPG Investing. Links in the description, check it out. So today we're going to be looking at the very latest operational updates from ReconAfrica, who exactly are ReconAfrica and why they have so much potential, and we'll look at the technical charts before I give you my conclusion on this stock. Before we get into the video, it takes a lot of time to research companies like this, so if you find any value in the video, can I ask you to smash that like button? It literally costs nothing, but it helps me out so much. I'm aiming to get 150 likes, help me make that happen. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification, so you don't miss out on any new content like this. It's 100% free and a great way to show your support for the channel. If you want to make some free money, Webull are giving away 2 free stocks worth up to $1,800 if you open an account and deposit $100 using my referral link. Check that out, it's the first link in the description. And if you want to support my channel for as little as 20 cents a day, check out my Patreon, where I plan to bring the very latest information to my subscribers as soon as I'm aware of it. Are you invested in ReconAfrica, and what's your price target for the next 5 years? Leave a comment down below. I want to point out that I'm not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice. So now let's take a quick look at the potential of ReconAfrica, and then let's move on to the latest updates. ReconAfrica is a junior oil and gas company engaged in the exploration and development of oil and gas in northeast Namibia and northwest Botswana, known as the Kavango Basin. ReconAfrica holds about 90% interest in petroleum exploration license in Namibia, which covers an area of 6.3 billion acres, and based on commercial success entitles ReconAfrica to a 25-year production lease. Namibian state oil company Namcor holds the remaining 10% interest. And they also have a 100% interest in the petroleum exploration rights in Botswana that covers an area of 2.2 acres and entitles ReconAfrica again to a 25-year production license over any commercial discovery. The survey and analysis confirmed that Kavango Basin reaches depths of up to 30,000 feet and is anticipated to hold an active petroleum system. ReconAfrica is required to pay Namibian corporation tax of 35%, and in Botswana, royalties range from 3 to 10% and 22% CT. If you follow my channel, you might have seen my recent video about 88 Energy, ticker EEENF. They too are a junior oil exploration company, drilling in the Alaska North Slope region. In that video we mentioned that they are drilling near Prudhoe Bay, which is the USA's most prolific and largest oil field. To put this in perspective, Prudhoe Bay is approximately 213,000 acres, and today it has produced over 15 million barrels of oil. The Kavango Basin that ReconAfrica has the rights to is 8.5 million acres. That's nearly 40 times the size in acreage, and has an expected production potential of somewhere between 66 and 120 billion barrels. There's also several other oil companies exploring many areas near this area, such as ExxonMobil and Shell, and all the high quality infrastructure is already in place. So first up we have an operational update. ReconAfrica provides an update on drilling and seismic operations in the Kavango Sedimentary Basin, as well as a response to Namibia's serious outbreak of infections. The company has taken a short break in drilling operations due to maintenance issues, expected to start drilling ahead in the next couple of days. So as usual with these oil stocks, any news regarding issues with drilling always has a negative effect on the share price, and we've seen this with Recon dropping over 10% on Friday. Reaching total depth on the second well is anticipated during the first week of July. Thus far in the deeper section of this 6-1 well, the company has encountered an incremental 685 feet of hydrocarbon shows comprising a variety of light oil and natural gas. Collectively, the 6-1 well has encountered 1,100 feet of hydrocarbon shows, further confirming an active petroleum system in the Kavango Sedimentary Basin. The company has formally received all water well regulatory approvals for drilling operations from the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform. This is something that we've spoke about before. There have been reports that ReconAfrica has not had the regulatory approval when in actual fact they do. Then we have an update on the seismic program, which is expected to commence in the third week of July for an anticipated 6 to 8 week duration. So we should expect to see results from that sometime in September. And an ESG report. ReconAfrica has responded to calls for assistance by the government of Namibia with its recent commitment of $15 million to the country's vaccine rollout campaign, which will support the procurement, distribution and administration of vaccines. This is in addition to the healthcare support the company provided in the Kavango area in late 2020. ReconAfrica is also investing capital taking action to provide safe drinking water in many Namibian communities. In addition to 4 community water wells the company has previously drilled and donated, ReconAfrica now has all the permits in place to drill an additional 8 water wells. The drilling of these community water wells will commence as soon as practicable. Our concern and respect for the long-term safe community water quality and supply in the Kavango region is backed up by our commitment to all levels of government to ensure careful and comprehensive monitoring and analysis of water as part of our approach to environmental management. I feel it's very important to highlight all this ESG update because these are the things that the company has been criticised for not doing again and again and again, which is complete lies as we can see here. Since my last video, Namcor and ReconAfrica have signed a partnership that seeks to unlock the vast resource potential in Namibia. Under the agreement, the two companies will jointly pursue an ongoing petroleum exploration program in Kavango East and Kavango West regions of Namibia. This is an expansion of an agreement with the government of Namibia in 2015, under which they acquired the petroleum license number 73. Namcor is the Namibian state-owned oil company. As we can see here, both companies are pleased to have signed the agreement, with Namcor stating that they are delighted to have finalised negotiations and signature of a joint operating agreement with ReconAfrica, while ReconAfrica are pleased to finalise the operating agreement, which solidifies our partnership with Namcor. We look forward to working with Namcor. Under the petroleum agreement with the Namibian government, ReconAfrica and Namcor would potentially activate a 25-year production licence if the exploration drilling programme proves that Kavango Sedimentary Basin is commercially viable. The joint venture partners foresee continued national economic opportunities, including local job creation, substantially adding more than 200 jobs from Namibians already generated by the current exploration program. In addition to the economic benefits that will flow from the agreement, which also include taxes and potential future royalties, the two companies have committed to the adoption of stringent health, safety and environment plan that will guide operations. So I feel like every time I do a video on ReconAfrica, they're having to defend themselves against some sort of defamatory article. And this is the case once more with Recon having released this statement just days ago. The Globe and Mail article published on June 20th, which attacks ReconAfrica and Canada's security regulators and regulations, not on the basis of a complaint from stockholders, but because clandestine environmental activists who refuse to be identified for the story and are seeking to disrupt the company's promising operations in Namibia by any means necessary. Just last month, ReconAfrica had to release a statement defending themselves against an article written by National Geographic in which they claimed that ReconAfrica did not have the permits or the backing of local governments, which we looked at in the last video. In their disruptive activities against ReconAfrica and the Canadian security regulators, these environmentalists found a willing collaborator in the Globe and Mail, which sought to lend credence to their false claims by misrepresenting the company's program and intentions, including its opening of a new office in Calgary. Such disruptive activities are an attempt to negatively affect ReconAfrica's share price to the benefit of short sellers. ReconAfrica has the largest declared short position of all TSXV companies. And as we can see here, that huge spike in the number of shorts around June 3rd, which was the time of the National Geographic article, and again around June 23rd, which is after the Globe and Mail article. Then on Friday, this article was published in the Namibian Sun, detailing that Cabinet are working on a PR strategy after ReconAfrica has been on the receiving end of criticism regarding its planned oil and drilling exploration plans in the Kavango Basin. This is in direct response to what the government is calling misinformation, and Minister Tom Aliwindo defended the development, saying that it would help with the flow of accurate information regarding ReconAfrica's activities. We hope that this should go some way towards preventing any more of these defamatory articles that serve to do nothing more than increase the short positions on ReconAfrica. I look forward to seeing the government statement on this. So we can see here, looking at the chart over the past 6 months, that the stock was in that $2 to $3 range up until April, before having a huge breakout here, moving up from around $2.60 up to nearly $7. This was followed by a very sharp pullback to about $5 over the next 2 trading days before it began to rise again, steadily reaching new heights this week of over $11. As we can see here, every time the stock has a huge drop, it is followed by a very steady gain afterwards. We can see that back here in April. After this huge drop, it gained steady right up until the first week of May. And we can see with this drop here in June, it gained steady over the next few weeks up until that high point at the end of last week. So I think we're going to see it come back again over the coming weeks. Delays or interruptions in drilling for any oil company can have an adverse effect on the share price, as too can short seller reports. At ReconAfrica in the past few months, we've seen both of these, and every single time this stock bounces back stronger than before. So guys, that brings us to the end of the video. Before I give you my final thoughts, if you've watched all the way through, then hit that like button. It takes a lot of time to make these videos. If you're new to the channel, remember to hit that subscribe button and bell notification. So what do I think? My opinion on ReconAfrica has not changed at all over the past month. I'm still as bullish as ever. I think this latest pullback has provided another opportunity for potential investors to get into this stock that is very much in an upward movement. I still feel the real profit here is to be made in the long hold. From an investing point of view, these types of companies are always risky, where you have mass investment before you see any revenues. But as we've seen in my previous videos, this company has an incredible cash runway that will last into the foreseeable future, and I see no reason not to see this as a fantastic opportunity. And overall, I would say at the moment that this is a lower risk, high reward play, especially after the pullback. As always guys, this is just my opinion. If anyone is thinking of buying into this stock, I encourage you to do your own research and only invest money that you can afford to. As I said before, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Thanks for watching the video. What are your thoughts on the future of ReconAfrica? Catch you in the next one.